Hi, I'm Brandon, this is Consumer Code, and today I have the VAVA Voom. Should be called the VAVA Boom, but let's get into the big bucks and I cannot lie.
Getting to this oval Bluetooth with 7 glossy buttons at the top. The device comes with 3 different component cables that you can use. The first one would be the USB classic USB to micro. Then you have the 3.5mm jack, it's about 3 feet. And they also give you a DC power brick that you can use to power this hefty device. So the furthest button to the left would be the power button. It also, when you hit it multiple times, you get LEDs to tell you the battery life. You have the Bluetooth button with the LED on the left side, the call button that answers, rejects, and ends calls, the equalizer button with 3 settings, the NFC dongle, pause and play, and the last 2 buttons are the plus volume and minus volume.
The buttons are very clicky and responsive, and they do what they're supposed to do. You won't easily press them or easily mash on them. Nothing's happening there, but when you go to press the button, it will be responsive. It will sound very clicky, and it'll provide the task that you've asked it to do.
When you power on the device, you will hear an audible noise. You get audible noises for everything: volume up, volume down, syncing, disconnected, answering calls, ending calls, all of the above. They all have audible noises. The front of the device features a 70mm subwoofer and 2 40mm tweeters, and that's where a lot of the sound comes from. The bottom has thick with rubber. Without it, this thing would jump off the table. Switching over to the back side, you have 2 65mm passive radiators, an auxiliary port, an out 5 DC volt cable where USB head goes, and an in 5 DC port where the micro USB goes, and a DC 15 volt cord that goes in the back. The power brick that they provide charges the device in 3 hours versus 8 from the USB. You can actually have multiple devices synced to the VAVA Voom at one time. Here I have the computer hooked up, and you can hear the computer, and then I can just simply pause the music video and play my cell phone. It works that simply. Some of the methods that you could apply this with is if you got a pool party, you can have 2 DJs from 2 different places. It is worth noting though that you can't play both at the same time. It would become very distorted and get really wonky on you. Now you can charge your peripherals like power banks and cell phones, but do keep in mind that the VAVA Voom has to be powered on in order for that feature to work. The NFC tag on the front makes it super practical, super easy to use. Any cell phone automatically pairs with the device. You just have to match up the areas. Now coming in at over 1,000 grams or 2 pounds, this mofo is heavy, but it more than makes up for it in battery life.
Like I said, this thing is heavy, coming in at 2.5 pounds, but it does pack 10 hours of battery life, and that's at 100% volume. I had this thing cranked at 50 to 75%, and I don't remember the last time I charged it, so it's nice and hefty in terms of that. And also the call feature, I have no idea where the mic is on this thing. I looked in the manual, couldn't find it, wasn't even mentioned. I've got mixed results with it. One person said that I sounded like I was in a trash can, the other person sounded like I was coming through clearer than I do on my typical phone. And again, the fact that you can even use this thing hands-free, you don't have to pull your phone out your pocket, and it does a little audible noise to let you know that your phone ringing, is a plus. It's a win. With both people, when they said I was speaking really close to the Voom, that they could hear me quite clearly. So it just, the only thing that changed and was the fact that the further I was away, the less certain people can hear me. So, you know, results will vary, but again, the fact that this thing can even do that is amazing. Now, it wouldn't be complete as a video if I didn't have this VAVA Voom go head to head with something else. And I got the Beats Pill. Now I know it's not the best comparison, but it's a very popular brand, and I'm pretty sure, you know, a lot of people have heard it, so you can get a good consensus of where I'm coming from with this. So, without further ado.
First up, we have the VAVA Boom.
One in white neighborhoods, ain't got no shame about it. She think I'm spoiled and I'm rich cause I can have any bitch. I got defensive and said nah, I was the same without it. But then I thought back to a better me, before I was a B-list.
And now, the Beats Pill.
So heavily, back when you could get a platinum plat without no melody. You wasn't sweating me. One time for my LA sisters.
And switching back one more time just for contrast.
You know how it goes. She deserved that. She a bird, it's a bird trap. You think if I didn't rap, she would fly.
This is just an illustration to show you the power of the Voom.
Now, it's not waterproof. You know, it's not meant to be you know, I wouldn't say don't take it to pool parties and stuff like that, but it's not meant to be submerged and to be splashed. You know, it's not IPS certified, anything like that. So definitely keep it, you know, away from the kids or whatever like that. But I mean, this thing is loud. It's got 5 speakers in it and they all boom. Did I mention that this thing gets loud? Not only does it have the dynamism in the bass and the extreme highs, there's no distortion. You won't have to worry about your music getting bottoming out or getting really throaty at the top. That won't happen. Now, I must admit that there is an issue with white noise, particularly at lower levels, like if you have the volume really, really low. It's meant to be played at a very loud volume. Everything else it does just well. It just doesn't like being played very low. So every once in a while, a product that's beautiful comes around and you kind of get amazed by what it can do. I remember thinking about the iPad, what they did with it, and the way the screen was so gorgeous. It looked magical in a sense. You know, it had that real feel to it. This is kind of the same way. You don't expect noise that loudly to come out of this thing, and it just blows you away. This can fill up a small room like that. It is definitely, especially for the price. I mean, I would say it's on sale right now, but even at $200, this thing is a good steal. It's so good that I went back on Amazon and rated it, and I've actually never done that, you know, on Amazon for years. I've never done that. It's #1 in its category for a reason. For $100, it's a steal. Go out and get one. I'm thinking about getting another one, maybe give it to a family member or something. Go out and get one as soon as you can before you run out and spend $200 on one of those all weatherproof, you know, mediocre Bluetooths. Check this one out. So that's my review of the VAVA Voom. Like, comment, subscribe, and in the comment section, let me guys know if you guys like this review or if you're thinking about getting this device, because it's definitely worth it. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.